me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
This episode of Greenlight Maine is sponsored by Husson University. You and Husson. A powerful combination, a smart investment.
Welcome to Greenlight Maine, the show where 26 of the hottest new companies in Maine compete for the $100,000 cash. You may be familiar with today's entrepreneurs, Richard Reynolds from GTFO Escape Room and Maddie Purcell from Fyood Kitchen. And our morning conversation is from right here. We are talking about what's happening on campus at Husson University. But first, let's talk to our judges. Welcome, Robin Schmidt from Husson.
Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it. My name is Robin Schmidt. I work in the Center for Family Business on Husson campus here. We, in my role as business development advisor, we help over 30,000 family-owned businesses through seminars and workshops.
You are very busy. Next, we have Lorraine Fagela, who is an avid recipe developer and an entrepreneur.
Yes, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm recipe developer. So that's basically everything gluten-free. So I make everything gluten-free taste good. I'm also a co-owner of Roots Café. We have 2 locations, one in Westbrook and one in South Portland.
And they are fabulous.
That's right.
And finally, welcome Karen Carberry-Warhola from the Maine Film Office.
Thank you for having me as well. I'm Karen Carberry-Warhola from the Maine Film Office, and we market the state as a filming location. And when productions are here filming, we work with them so that they can source their goods and services locally and hire locally.
Very interesting. Okay, we're going to talk to you in just a few minutes. It's time to introduce our first company of the day. Welcome to Richard Reynolds from GTFO Escape Room. And so tell us, you are a gamer.
Yeah, so I'm a gamer and I'm an educator. So I actually am an adjunct professor at the Center Maine Community College, and I've been able to teach with games. And because of that, I've taken that and made a whole business out of it. One thing to remember when learning is it's not really great to learn through rote memorization. It just doesn't work. However, through games, you're able to learn so much more. Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, so we're ready. When you're ready, just take it away.
First off, thank you very much for being here today and listening to me. So, as I said, memorization doesn't work, at least in the way how we've tried to do it. However, it can be so much more educational and beneficial to a business if people learn through playing. Play makes it so that people become engaged. The average worker at a business, about 12% of them are only actively engaged. That means that there are 88% of people at work who are not engaged. We've created a way to engage people with escape rooms. Today, I've brought you mobile escape rooms. These are escape rooms that are able to be brought to places. I own GTFO Escape Room in South Portland. However, I also have the ability to step out anywhere and create these types of experiences. We've worked with many large companies, such as Casella Waste Management Solutions here locally. We've brought this particular game to many high school project graduations, as well as to different nonprofit organizations, such as Strive in Portland. And this is something that I'm super passionate about, and I hope that other business owners are super passionate about, because of the fact that team building is one of the most major areas that people are spending money in. However, they're not getting their true bang for their buck. When you create something that is actually going to create a true team building and true team learning experience, you truly see growth and development with your team. So, today I want to talk about our mobile escape rooms. If we are able to win the $100,000 cash prize, we will be able to take ourselves onto the road and show you exactly what we're able to do. We've already created a lot of different mobile events, as you can see. However, we want to scale this up. Our brick and mortar has proven that we have definitely gone past proof of concept. People want to learn. I've had different organizations come into my company and start their learning experience. Something that's very interesting is I've even had people who have stepped into my business and said, yeah, we decided to kick out of work early, but they're there with their team. Are they actually kicking out of work early? I don't think so. So, with this, we've been able to develop quite a great, robust area of actually helping businesses in the areas that they need. So we're working with Casella Waste Management Solutions this particular summer. They are trying to figure out how to evolve their business. We've created different team building experiences where they will evolve their business. Of course, you're able to find us right at 650 Main Street every day. What our plan is, if we are able to successfully acquire this $100,000, we are going to grow our mobile units, and then from there, we're going to start developing different areas that we see as hubs, creating more brick and mortars throughout the state. And one last thing, of course, wouldn't be very fun if you didn't get a prize. So at GTFO Escape Room, we are the only escape room where if you do indeed get the fudge out, you get fudge.
Green fudge for Greenlight, Maine. Perfect. Well, this is so fun and educational. I can't wait to hear more about it. So let's kick off the questions with you, Robin.
Yes, you were focusing mainly on team building, but according to your website, who is your target audience? Because it's different on your website.
That's an excellent question. So on our website, we try and list multiple subjects: birthday parties, people who are looking for adventures, and of course, team building.
Nice. Lorraine.
So the kit for your mobile escape room, how much does that actually cost?
Are you asking how much it costs for me to develop,
For you-
or how much for someone
For
to?
you to actually put stuff together, because essentially you're bringing your kit to the location, right? So when you win the prize money, you're gonna have to build all those kits. So how much is one?
So an average event for me to create, depending on the level and the amount of money that an area has to spend, normally it varies from starting as something as basic as this at $1,000 to a full experience that can go as much as spending almost $10,000.
Karen.
Who are your major competitors, and how do you differentiate your company from them so that you can keep growing over the long run?
Of course. So if we're talking about my day-to-day business, my brick and mortar, my major competitors, of course, would be other escape rooms. But of course, that also just makes it so that more people learn about escape rooms. We're still up and coming, and people are learning what an escape room is. So I don't necessarily see it as a direct competition, but of course, it does eat away from the daily sales. Now, of course, when we're talking about our mobile experiences, those are other types of large team building companies that are nationally known. However, those large team building companies aren't actually giving you something that is truly educational and getting rid of that rote memorization. We're actually coming out and giving people something that they can learn from.
How many employees do you have right now?
So our business is rather small. We do have about 5 employees right now. However, we are growing. And of course, with this money, we're going to be taking on different staff for research and development so that we can create better techniques for training.
Nice. We have time for one last question.
Certainly. Scalability, do you constantly change your product? And how are you going to pull in other customers?
Very great question. So we are always evolving our product. If we're talking about our brick and mortar, we're regularly changing out experiences that are there. And then if we're talking about our mobile escape rooms, these are changing pretty much to fit the customer's need for their particular training.
So great. We're going to have some more time off camera so you can talk to the judges, because I know they have a lot more questions to ask you. We need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to learn what's going on campus on Husson University, so don't go away.
Knowing that I was putting, my education in the right hands, I was gonna go to a school where the teachers were gonna care about my education. It actually matters to me.
I have a one-to-one relationship with all my professors. If I have any questions, they have like the open door policy. If they're in there, I can go and talk to them.
My dad always told me, you always want to go someplace where you're liked, and I feel like Husson brought that to me.
Husson is a proud sponsor of Greenlight, Maine.
At Sutherland Weston, it's not just about being persuasive, it's about being prepared. Too many agencies get excited about how to gain attention, but not what happens next. We know what happens next is really the important part. That's why we've had 15 years of continuous growth. As a responsive, problem-solving creative partner, one who's not afraid of accountability, responsibility, or what happens next. Looking for a creative strategic partner? Let's talk.
Welcome back. We are so fortunate to be able to tape Greenlight, Maine here at the New England School of Communications at Husson University. Let's take a look at a video about all that's happening here on campus.
Husson is a unique educational institution because it provides an opportunity for students from day one to have experiential learning. They can learn in the classroom, out in the field for internships, or in a variety of places.
The focus here is on preparing our students for professional lives, not just for the first job, but it's for career and lifetime achievement and success.
We want our students to leave Husson University with a degree that has prepared them to be ready for work on day one.
I chose Husson because it's a big enough school that there's enough opportunities and you can meet new people, but it's also small enough so you get that connection with faculty and classmates.
When I researched it, I really loved the small campus size, I really loved the small class sizes, and just how hands-on the programs were.
The classes were good size for me. It worked with my schedule, with my home life, and also it's got state-of-the-art equipment.
I think that part of the reason I chose to come to Husson was definitely the cost for coming here.
The teachers, you can really get to bond with them along with the other students.
Husson is a very good school. All the opportunities it has and all the different things we could do in the school. It's just a vast amount of things that we can do. Like making friends, the teachers, the staff, everybody's, it's like one big family, and the education is phenomenal. I love it a lot.
I wanted that sense of community and that sense of comfort.
You get to know your professors, they get to know you. It's friendly, it's a first name basis, and that in itself helps you connect with them.
Having students that are close, you work together, you grow through this journey together. That's nowhere else besides Husson.
It's just been really reassuring that this is the direction that I want to go in with my life.
You feel like you're a part of a really good community.
You feel like you're at home here.
Reaching new customers online is hard. You've tried Facebook, Google Ads, email. You even built a website 10 years ago. You're way too busy to focus on digital marketing, and you're not getting results.
At Dream Local Digital, that's what we do. We've helped businesses nationwide grow with online marketing. We're the experts. Let us help you.
We're very proud of the product we make and the way that we make it. The most important features of our original dog vest are in its design. Traditional lenders, they steer away from unproven track records.
In you come. Hold up.
CEI gave us the opportunity to build a track record, show that our future path will be more solid than our past.
Welcome back to Greenlight, Maine. Our second company is Fyood Kitchen. I love saying that. And joining me is Maddie Purcell. So food brings people together, right?
It does. I mean, picture all the great dinner parties you've been to. Where were you hanging out? I bet it was the kitchen. Everyone chopping a little, making things happen, and then coming together, sitting down and enjoying it. That's what we love to do.
We love it too. And we can't wait to hear your pitch. So whenever you're ready, look right at the judges and take it away.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm the founder of Fyood Kitchen. At Fyood, we bring people together for creative cooking competition parties. No experience required. We believe that given the right atmosphere and environment, anyone can cook great food creatively and have a ton of fun doing it. So I launched Fyood in early 2017 with a Kickstarter campaign, and we were in pilot mode for about the next year and a half. Last fall, we hit our growth stage, and since then, we've expanded the team to 6. We've started working with iconic Maine employers like LL Bean, WEX, Unum, and IDEX on team building. And we've received both local and national awards for innovation and entrepreneurship. Besides team building, we've thrown birthday parties for ages 10 to age 70. We've done bachelorette parties, family reunions, everything in between. Also, in the first 6 months of 2019, we've tripled our 2018 entire year revenue during what's traditionally our slower season. And we're on track to hit nearly $200K of revenue in 2019, which is our first year of full commercialization. So we've positioned Fyood at the intersection of Portland, Maine's incredibly hot foodie culture, which reverberates nationwide,
But we're also able to bring the national conversation about the experience movement home to Maine, where we're leading that. According to the US Department of Commerce, spending on live events and experiences has increased 70% compared to total US spending over the past 10 years, and it's continuing to grow. However, Fyood is not just a cooking company or an entertainment business. Fyood's really a connection company and an empowerment business that happens to take place in a professional kitchen and includes a delicious 6-course dinner party. So we've created this ultimate event, social, all-inclusive experience, and our customers love it so much that we can guarantee at least one new Fyood booking from every single Fyood we do. This puts us in the enviable position of having word of mouth and customer referrals be the primary leg of our marketing strategy. But we back that up with a strong focus on search engine optimization and PR in order to spread Fyood's story more widely. And we also run a robust social media platform presence so that we can lower the trialability barrier for Fyood and let people understand what it looks and feels like on the way to booking their own party. So we launched Fyood out of Fork Food Lab, a shared kitchen in Portland, Maine, and it's been the perfect place to start. But in order to continue to grow, we need our own space. So we're in the discovery period right now, and with our Greenlight Maine winnings, we'll work on the development and build out of the ideal environment for Fyood Kitchen. By moving Fyood Kitchen to the next round, you'll help us build a more fun, creative, and connected world, one mystery basket at a time.
Great pitch. Okay, let's start the questions with Robin.
Well, I like that you have a few components, the competitiveness, the social piece of it. How do you see yourself expanding your growth? You talk about moving to another building, but how are you going to pull people along? You get one return for each setting that you have?
Basically, that's our default, yes.
Yeah.
Is each event we do creates more sales for us without us doing anything.
Okay.
We spend very little on marketing to date, and we've seen massive growth over the past 8 months. But we're still testing our concept in Portland, Maine. The next step is our own space. Then we plan to expand regionally and be a national brand in the next 9 to 10 years.
So how are you planning that expansion? Are you just planning on having new places, or are you planning on expanding what you're doing right now?
Great question. We plan to open Fyood locations across the region and then the country.
Lorraine.
Right, so you said locations, so you're thinking of more than one. Do you have a commercial space that you have your eye on right now in Portland, and how long will the build out take?
A great question. We are looking actively at spaces in Portland, and there's some really exciting opportunities, but the build out costs are significant, hence wanting to win Greenlight Maine to help finance that. We're also talking to MTI and MVF about expansion possibilities.
Karen.
What's the biggest challenge in your growth for this company, and where do you see yourself in 5 years?
The biggest challenge is also our biggest opportunity in that I'm a first-time entrepreneur. Sometimes I don't know what I don't know, but in Maine, with the entrepreneurial ecosystem we have here, I have hundreds of mentors eager to help me find out the answers to those questions. So being able to ask for help has been what's controverted that challenge.
Okay, Robin.
So who are some of the people that you're utilizing for your growth?
I worked closely with SCORE. My mentor is Nancy Stroney. I also work with the SBDC. Fork Food Lab has a built-in community of makers and people doing startup businesses. And one of the cool things about starting in Maine is you can turn so quickly from being the learner to sharing that knowledge back to others who are coming up.
Nancy Stroney's awesome. Lorraine.
It's a great concept. Quick question. On the build out, I know kitchen commercial appliances are really expensive. Have you done your initial, I guess, cost analysis on how much that'll cost?
Good question.
Yeah, thank you. We have. So the equipment is expensive. What's more expensive is actually the HVAC and the hood system, which is a significant cost. But we're at the spaces we're looking at now, we should be able to do it in just under $100,000.
We got time for one more quick question.
Is your food sourced locally, right from the grower?
It is, especially in the mystery baskets. That's one of our most exciting future opportunities. So we feature 4 ingredients in each basket, and usually we play 2 rounds. The ingredients, we have such a wealth to pick from in Maine, and that becomes a marketing opportunity for the main ingredient companies to promote their products with us.
Word of mouth is huge for you, and you are in the right town in Portland with all the foodies here, so great job.
Thank you.
We need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to hear from our judges, so don't go away.
Broadcast facilities are provided by Husson University's NESCOM, the New England School of Communications.
You know, I believe in business today there are too many experts and not enough expertise. I think there are too many promises and not enough follow-through. Those things used to be the norm, but now they're the exception. At Sutherland Weston, we work hard every day to be that exception. We've had 15 years of continuous growth, and I'm proud of that. I think if your business is looking for a creative, responsive, problem-solving partner, if you're looking for the exception, I think we should talk.
We're honored to be Greenlight Maine CPA firm sponsor. Maine is home to a range of businesses, from startups that you might see on this program to closely held businesses and organizations that operate internationally. ARB's advisors are providing savvy solutions to complex issues for sophisticated and growing businesses of any size across Maine and throughout New England. And we're doing it the way you want Mainers to, guided by our local, sensible values.
Podcasting is one of the most powerful new ways to reach people. Because of the avid listenership and the popularity of home voice assistant devices like Amazon Alexa and Google Home, podcasting is now an important part of the marketing mix for a modern brand strategy. Voice is the next big thing in marketing. That's why I started the PR Maven podcast, and I produce a new episode weekly.
Thank you, Nancy, for that very useful tip. Now, on to judges' deliberation. You guys ready to talk this thing out?
It's like, yeah.
Let's start with GTFO.
Yeah, so that's a great concept. I think that going out, learning, playing, and having some kind of team building, it's great. Just a little concern about how $100,000, right? That's a lot of money to actually build something and to go places. Maybe too much for him? I really don't know as far as the concept.
I liked how he said that he can fit into everybody's budget. So if he's doing high school graduation, project graduation for $1,000 or a big corporation for $30,000. So meeting that need is great. So if he's working on like a $30,000 budget, he's got to be able to build something that's they're going to like.
Yeah.
And the escape room industry is growing, but it hasn't hit that tipping point of oversaturation yet. And I think being prepared for that when that happens is really key. And I like the fact that he's got these experiences to go and that he's developing more of them, because that may differentiate him from the others.
He's very enthusiastic, that's for sure.
He's an educator,
Love it.
teaches at Center Maine Community College. This is all about education. He wants to do stuff in the school systems down the road, which is a great way of learning and having fun, right?
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of similarities, though, with the Fyood kitchen.
Yes, let's talk about Fyood and Maddie. Yep.
Well, when we talk about the similarities first, some of the things that I thought were very, very comparable were their competition component, the social component. They both went the same route of getting Kickstarter first to start moving things out. They're both focused on the customer experience. And they both started about the same time, too.
Yeah, they did.
So,
Very coincidental.
Yes.
Very young company. But it's good. Everything about food is good. You know, like what she said, the table is where everyone congregate. And then so doing a team building, creating something, whether it's kids' birthday parties, right, or corporations. I mean, that's a good thing to do as well as a company.
Yeah.
To taste, cook, and do everything food.
Absolutely. So if you were to see them come to the finals, what would you like to hear from them next time?
For solid figures, because we didn't get solid figures. I'd like to see.
That's right.
how
I
they
agree.
progress.
I do agree.
Jobs.
Creating how it's going to create job. How are they expanding their team, right? And how are they going to use that money to really operate and bring a lot of positivity, I guess, in their industry, especially Maine. There's a lot of opportunities here, for sure.
And how their business is going to affect the workforce.
That's right.
And the economy of Maine, too, how it would affect that.
Absolutely. I do think they're both in the right place at the right time. And they just need to work strategically on how they're going to build for their future, right?
And it's the scale-up concept, too.
Well, that's exactly what I was just going to say. The
Right.
scalability is
Yeah.
there for both of them, actually. The innovation, you know, even though this which one is?
Fyood
No, the other one.
GTFO.
GTFO. Even though that's a duplication of another business, I think he's taken a little bit of a different turn with it.
Yes.
And making sure that he has enough components for whomever comes in and requests very specific information from him. So to customize it that much is
the
really
mobility part of it is unique.
Yes.
I just have not seen it kind of, packed up and go.
Yeah.
To a place,
So
right?
that might help for next time too.
Absolutely.
Okay, great discussion. Thank you all so very much. When we come back, we're going to tell you who the winner is, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
In 1972, Tom Moser committed his life's work to craft, and 4 decades later employs 70 fine craftsmen and women in our shop in Auburn, Maine. With showrooms and customers from coast to coast and numerous awards and accolades, Tom has firmly established himself as an entrepreneurial tour de force and has proven that a life doing what you love is indeed possible.
This year's winner of Greenlight Maine will win this handmade Thomas Moser beacon box and $100,000.
Reaching new customers online is hard. You've tried Facebook, Google Ads, email. You even built a website 10 years ago. You're way too busy to focus on digital marketing, and you're not getting results.
At Dream Local Digital, that's what we do. We've helped businesses nationwide grow with online marketing. We're the experts. Let us help you.
Knowing that I was putting, my education in the right hands, I was gonna go to a school where the teachers were gonna care about my education. It actually matters to me.
I have a one-to-one relationship with all my professors. If I have any questions, they have the open door policy. If they're in there, I can go and talk to them.
My dad always told me, you always want to go someplace where you're liked, and I feel like Husson brought that to me.
Husson is a proud sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We had 2 team building companies today, but only one can move on. Judges, who gets the green light? Congratulations to Maddie. Fyood Kitchen is moving on in the competition. That's all the time that we have for today. We appreciate your feedback, so please check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, you can see all of our episodes on greenlightmaine.com. We'll see you right back here next week after Meet the Press at 10 a.m. on New Center Maine. Have a fantastic Sunday. Congratulations. Nice job. Yeah, come on over.
Greenlight Maine has been brought to you by Husson University. You and Husson, a powerful combination, a smart investment. Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Greenlight Maine has been a paid-for presentation by the Portland Media Group.